From the center of the universe, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is the SDM Show with your host, Rob Cairns. The SDM Show focuses on business, life, productivity, digital marketing, WordPress, and more. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and enjoy the show. Here is Rob.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rob Cairns. I'm the founder, CEO, and chief technologist at Stunning Digital Marketing. In this podcast, I have Mr. Ryan Logan with me, and Ryan and I are going to talk about the changes to InfluenceWP. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. This episode is brought to you by All-in-One WP Migration, the most trusted WordPress migration plugin with over 60 million sites served. Whether you are switching hosts, changing domains, or moving to a new server, All-in-One WP Migration makes it one click. Try it for free at WordPress.org or visit servemass.com for pro features. Hey everybody, Rob Cairns here. Today I have my good friend Mr. Ryan Logan, and we're going to talk about some changes with InfluenceWP. Hey Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me back.
Oh, it was a pleasure. I think this is like second or third time. You're basically a friend of the show, so that's a good place to be. So, um, for those who don't know, you've made some changes to InfluenceWP that you've had to make. Not, I'm truly not surprised. I was saying yeah, that when we are chatting. Give us some background for those who don't know. What was InfluenceWP formed? What did you create it for? And then we'll dive into what's going on.
Yeah, so it was initially the name Influence what came about from wanting to influence positive change in the WordPress space. One of the pillars was fighting fake deal websites.
Yep.
Another one was kind of making people rethink their affiliate programs because of the affiliate link farms out there where people were doing very little effort and taking 20, 30, 40, 50% of product creators' sales just for dropping a link and creating what I call an affiliate link farm. And then just the other types of bad actors out there, you know, whether it's putting a pop-up on a product creator's website for 30% off when it's not actually 30% off, or they're putting like a FOMO counter on there that says, hey, this expires in 24 hours, but you come back 3 days later and that same pop-up is still there. Just trying to bring awareness to those types of bad actors and trying to put a dent in the behavior and just trying to do things differently. So that's where the word influence came from InfluenceWP, other product creators that are adjacent to WordPress, but that's where it's at today, is just helping product creators and kind of staying out of the bad actor type stuff.
Yeah, and I think there are a lot of bad actors like that. And you know, the affiliate link farms, I agree, is a problem. I don't I know in my business I don't do a lot of that. I have a couple of affiliate links, and if somebody says to me, oh, I really like this product you're using, do you have a link? I'll give them one. But I don't do the blog posts and bury the links in. I keep my stuff pretty clean. I like to. I think people need to realize that. I'm not into that type of marketing. I think there's other ways. I mean, if somebody's going to use a product, yeah, I'll give them a link. I might as well take my 2%, but I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to do that. I don't play that game. Um, I think
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah,
lot of company.
I would like to be.
You would like to be what?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I wanted to be kind of clear and upfront about something when it comes to
Yeah,
affiliate links, if that's okay.
sure.
Because there's been somebody in the WordPress space that, you know, I don't like the way that they've approached things, and I lump them in the affiliate link farmer camp for a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
And a lot of times, and I'm pretty sure their rebuttals when they do podcasts is specifically talking about what I've said. And I want to be super clear. I have no problem with affiliate marketing. That is not what I'm talking
Me
about.
neither. Me
What
neither.
I am talking, I have I'm an affiliate for a handful of things that I actually use on a daily basis. That's
Yep.
fine. What I'm talking about is when you spin up a WordPress website for the sole purpose of injecting a link in literally every single thing you do with doing very little effort. Once you've built that platform, cloning that platform and calling it something different, and you just keep doing that same playbook over and over again, that's
Yeah.
what I'm referring
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
You're taking so much money from product creators and doing zero work. And that's what
Yep.
frustrates me more than anything. So I want to be clear. I have nothing against taking money
Yep.
as an affiliate. Zero.
Yep.
So
Isn't part of that too, and I'll go there before we move on, that the product creators are lazy too, and they don't care how they make the sales. So some of the old product creators just throw it out there and say, we have no criteria who's an affiliate, so we don't care as long as we get our percentage. Is that some of it?
that is absolutely a thing. And that's part of what I'm doing is I, I don't even want to call it education because it shouldn't be
Yeah.
education. It's just
Yeah.
awareness. So I go to a product creator and I say, you're giving 50% of your sale to an affiliate that doesn't care about you. Like they're not doing any work for you. Why not,
Yeah.
instead of give that 50% to them, you give a 50% upfront discount on Influence WP for your product. You're lowering the barrier of entry to get
Yep.
them into your ecosystem, and you're awarding someone like me who's going to bat for you all the time, and you're rewarding your customer.
Yeah.
Why are you
Uh,
awarding an affiliate you've never met that's doing
yeah.
nothing for you?
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell people there's a better way to do this.
Yeah, and what you're doing, Ryan, and I commend you for it, is you care about the relationship with the product creator. And the guys who build the affiliate link farms, they don't care. As long as they get their money. They they could care less about UI or product ABC. They just don't care, just pay me. And that's the problem.
They don't,
Um,
but as long as the product creators keep allowing that to happen, it's going to continue. That's the problem.
yeah, I agree. So you've sat down, you've had a for rough months, you've posted about it, it's been in your newsletter. If anybody reads it, I would tell you that's where I saw it.
Yeah.
And you've made some changes. So how come?
Well, let's see. Influence WP's been going on for, I would say, 18 months.
Yeah,
It is, it always was meant to be a non-money maker for me. It was just to help people. So I literally would drive people towards the free plan. Don't pay me. Just offer a discount to the WordPress community for your product, and you're a partner. No strings attached, 100% for free. I'll go to bat for you. But over, probably the last 2 months, I've just started to resent the project because of what I was seeing from I would, just to be honest, a majority of the partners
yeah,
were doing things that it upset me. I'm just going to be blunt about it.
yeah,
The effort that they were putting in on the Influence WP side of things compared to what they were putting in on other platforms was just a huge slap in the face. I've had partners literally unsubscribe from the partner email, the mass email I
mhm,
send out to partners, which is I don't even send that out very often. So it just tells me that if you're not even willing to see an email from me once every 2 months, like that's a
yeah,
problem. Just things of that nature. It just added up over time, and I started to just every time I would see it, it would just be a dagger, and I would just start to resent the whole thing. So I needed to reboot, hence 2.0.
yeah. And what I'll say is, being a big mental health guy and following a lot of mental health professionals, they'll always say to you, feeling guilty is better than feeling resentment. So,
Yeah, yeah,
kudos to you for trying to do something about that.
yeah.
What have you done in version 2.0 that's different the old version or version 1?
Yeah, before there was the free plan. That's where I drove everybody to. But then there was
Yeah,
a paid plan that was, I mean, it was nothing. It was just, I think it was like $49 a year or something. No, actually, I think that was lifetime, $49 a lifetime or something. It was
yeah,
ridiculous. Um, for all intents and purposes, it was free. So now I've introduced 3 plans. There's a free plan. It's still the same. If you come in, you offer a deal to the WordPress community, you're in, you've got a listing, a few listings actually, and that's it. That can be the end of our relationship if you want it to be. Then there is a new paid plan where that's where I now do the videos for you. And I'll do a what I call a video companion post, where it's basically a written version of the video, but I go even more in depth. So that's in the middle tier. And then the top tier is you can take over the Influence WP homepage for, I think I got it up to like a month right now. You can take over the homepage for a month. You take over the newsletter for an entire month. And we just go deeper into the partnership. So the idea now is quality versus quantity and to go deeper into these
Yeah,
relationships. I
yeah.
think that's where I can make the most impact.
Yeah, and I would agree with you because impacts made, as I've said in the show already, is on relationships and building those relationships. And I think when we're just throwing stuff around and there's no skin in the game, and you and I both know we talked about this, if it's free, I truly believe for a lot of people, it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, so what? Until they lose it. And then they complain and say, but that service is gone. Well, you know what? It was a free service. Or they'll say, that service out there has a lot of advertising. They don't realize this stuff costs time and money. And if you're spending time doing this, I hate to say it, you're taking away from your agency work and your other time or your family time or something gives somewhere. And that's a problem.
Yeah, and that was a big part. It was a full-time job for me, and with no paycheck, and it was definitely taking away from my agency work big time. And I put this pressure on myself. I don't know why. I just did. I felt like I had to show up every day and show up constantly for
Yeah.
Influence WP to take off and get a name for itself. And as part of that, I neglected the agency. I just my When I woke up in the morning and I went to bed, I was thinking about Influence WP and how I can make it better, which is absolutely insane because I was literally making no money.
Yeah.
But that just shows like how much I care about it, and I want it to
Yeah.
be something special. So
Yeah. It's a hard. I mean, when we care about passion projects, sometimes I've learned we don't always think the way we should. I hate to
yeah.
say it. I'm not laughing at you. I've done it.
No, I
You'll
get it. Yeah.
get you get into those projects where they matter, so we keep going, and then they kind of do. And it's the old story. And I was saying to you earlier, I think people get involved in community projects, which is in the WordPress space, out the WordPress space, in local communities where they live. And I've heard it time and time again. Oh, get involved. You'll benefit. And if it's not meeting people, and which can be a satisfaction if you're retired or you have nothing to do or any of that, that could fill a void. But for a lot of us, for me, getting involved, if it's not translating into a financial involvement, it's probably not doing me a lot of good at this point in my life. I hate to say it.
Yeah. 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 I'm not entirely there yet, but I'm
Yeah,
getting close. I'm getting closer to where that's becoming
I
a
know.
thing. But this was truly meant to just to be a passion project. But it's these people have to have skin in the game for this to work. I've learned
Yeah.
the hard way. And I have
Yeah,
nobody to
it's true.
blame but myself. So
No, no, you shouldn't blame yourself. What you should do is treat it as a learning experience, what you're learning. So don't treat. We all know that the most successful people in business have failed or made mistakes. I don't consider them failures, making
yeah.
mistakes or wish they would have done things differently, and that's no different. Um, Get in the game, big deal. I had a mentor in this game. Um, Many people in the WordPress space know Adrian Toby, the founder of Groundhog, a good
Mhm.
friend of mine. His father, Paul, ran a digital marketing agency, also a good friend of mine. And one of the things Paul used to say, he used to offer seminars once a year, twice a year, nothing big. And every seminar he offered, he'd either attach a $29 or $39 amount to. And one of the reasons he did, and $39 isn't would it make or break his agency. It was because if you had a $39 ticket, the number of no-shows depreciated greatly than if it was $0 to a summit. Because if something's $0, people get up and they say, "Oh, I'm busy today. I won't go. Who cares?"
Mhm.
And it's that old story. You got to make it financial viable because if people have skin in the game, they're more likely to show up and more likely to do what they agreed to and
Mhm.
all of that stuff. What do you think about that?
No, that's absolutely true. In my agency, on my booking forms for the consultations and stuff, I used to do, free 20 minutes, free 30 minutes. And I learned quickly, you got to put some sort of a paywall on that to keep the no shows out. And it's amazing how people will show up when there's a little bit of money attached to it. That's very true. There's
Yeah,
The other thing too is with I'll say how that works with InfluenceWP and how I'm thinking about it is
sure, please.
let's say that someone goes for the middle tier plan. It's not expensive, but it's not free. Let's say that person signs up and they don't uphold their end. They don't help spread the word. They don't do this. They don't do that. That stings a little bit less now because there's a little bit of financial support.
Yeah,
So it's still not great, but at least I'm not resenting it as much as I did before, where you put all that work in and there's no money, there's no skin in the game, and that resentment just ratchets up like tenfold. So by putting these pricing plans out there, I think it's going to help with the resentment as well as just financially supporting the project.
yeah. I just think it's really interesting in the WordPress space. All these companies want to make thousands of dollars, and we're not talking 10,000 lots, but they don't want to invest any money in getting there. But they expect everybody else to invest money in them getting there.
Did
I
you
just shake my head some days. Isn't it
did you
interesting?
did you see my post on X about that? I think it was yesterday.
Yes, I did. Hence the comment.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, yes, I
I
did.
wondered if people would understand what I meant by that.
Oh, I understand what you mean. I think it's an ongoing issue. As you've gone through the reboot, I'm sure you've had challenges. I'm sure you've had some people say, now that we have to pay, we're going to go away. I'm sure you've
Yep.
seen that. Have you seen a lot of that or a little or kind of in between?
Well, the thing is that if they do nothing, nothing changes. Like
Yeah.
they can stay on that free plan. I just let everybody know that I'm not going to I can't do the videos for you. I did hold good on my promise. If someone was expecting a video from me, I honored that. But I just said basically going forward, like I did one video for you. We're calling it even. But they can stay. Like nothing changes. I'm not taking anything down. There are partners that I've reached out to and that have done that. You get a couple strikes with me, and it's like your discount, your deal, either your link or your coupon code doesn't work, or you're doing something a little funny on your website, that I don't really, it's kind of whatever. I don't jive with. So you get a couple of strikes, right? So there were a couple partners that had a couple strikes over the year, past year and a half. And I reached out and I just said, hey, like with Influence WP 2.0, you got to be a paying partner to stay on this. I can't keep chasing this stuff down. And I have not heard back from them. I don't expect to.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Again, it's quality over quantity. Or yeah, quality over quantity. And
Yeah.
it's going to just work itself out over time. And I'm okay with that. We're going to
Yeah.
find out
And
who
how,
really wants to be here.
yeah. And of the videos, and they're really good, by the way. So I'll say that to you. How long does it take you to do a video? Like give the viewer and listeners some sense.
Uh, well, there's two answers to this. There's what you see and there's what you
Yeah.
don't see.
Yeah, of
If
course.
for those that don't know, I don't edit videos. I think that's a unique thing that I wanted to offer. It's just my raw take.
Yeah.
But there's been situations with certain vendors where I'll get halfway through a video and I hit a snag with their product and I can't complete it. There goes 30 minutes down the drain. So I go and I do it again, 30 minutes down the drain after they
Yeah.
say they fixed an issue. So there's that side that people don't see. And there's so much time goes into that. But when I'm able to complete a video on like the first go, I did one just the other day. It was 45 minutes long. And then I did one yesterday that was 20 minutes long. So it depends on the product.
Yeah,
I've gone an hour and 15. And if you look at my hourly rate with my agency, you can see where the value is really there for the
yeah,
time spent. And plus, the other thing too is I'll say is you're not just getting somebody that's just in WordPress doing things and recording videos. Like I literally run an agency where I do performance optimization,
yeah,
maintenance,
yeah,
support, and I can speak to all and design and builds. I can speak to the stuff I'm doing these videos for. It's just not an
yeah,
influencer trying to make money,
yeah. It's so true. Um, and people don't realize one thing you said is you don't edit your videos. I don't either. And I'm going to tell you why. In the days of AI, everything's looking too polished, and we need some realism out there. And that's, one of the
Yeah.
reasons I don't spend a lot of time editing videos is I like the realism effect. And I'm sure knowing you as well as I do, you're probably along the same lines, I would think.
Yeah, I wanted it just to be real,
Yeah.
authentic, a real first look, what my reaction is when I see a feature or when I see something is missing, or when I get bent out of shape because your changelog doesn't have release dates, like
Yeah.
just a real potential customer of yours, what my impression is.
Yeah. Do you have any other big changes coming down the road, or is this kind of it for now?
Influence IWP 2.0, I'm calling it, is still very fresh, a couple weeks old. So
Yeah.
we're going to let this ride, and we're going to let the partners go that aren't jiving with it, and they'll fall off naturally. And we'll get this thing whittled down to figure out who really wants to be here. And
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
something actually really exciting coming next month that only 3 or 4 people know about. So
There's your teaser. So stay tuned.
yeah, yeah,
Stay tuned for Ryan. And
yeah.
Ryan, I think it's a great project. I've said this to you before on the show and off show. You should be commended for what you're doing. It's a lot of work. People who don't realize how much work a project like this is, try it, is what I'll tell you, and then come back to either one of us because I've done enough of these. It's work. Um,
Yeah, it's
Support Ryan. I mean, you're gonna get better value offering a discount than paying a huge affiliate commission. So get on there, do it. Watch Ryan's past videos. That'll give you a sense of what he's doing, and then get him to do a video. Pay the tier plan, support the project. If somebody wants to get in touch with you, talk about the project, Ryan, where do they go?
the easiest way is just to go to influencewp.com. And I'll also point out is you don't have to be a partner to take advantage of my services.
Yeah,
Recently I added the ability you can request a video, and very, very stupid inexpensive. And if you want to run a giveaway, we can run a giveaway too. Run that service.
yeah,
It's a great way to go viral. I do literally everything. So you just
yeah.
supply the
And
product.
the giveaways are great. I know you've run multiple, and I know the one that comes to mind is Needle right away. I mean, you've done some with
Yeah,
them, and
yeah. We need more of them. Whether you're a partner or not, let's run one. It helps everybody get the word out
yeah.
about your product. And I'll go ahead and plug it while we're here. But the Termageddon giveaway is next week.
Yep, and I love the guys over at Termageddon, and
Yeah,
they're
it's
great.
one.
So
It's one of the few people I am proudly an affiliate of. So
yeah, yeah, they are amazing people over there. So
yeah,
and there's lots of privacy changes. So go check it out. Get on Ryan's
yep.
newsletter. That will get you access to the giveaway. Follow the instructions to get on the giveaway. Hey Ryan, good luck with the project, and thanks for your time as always. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for having me back.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks again to our sponsor, All-in-One WP Migration by ServeMask. Export your entire WordPress site in one click, import it anywhere. No server access needed, no command line, works with every hosting provider. Free on WordPress.org extension at servemass.com. Thanks to Ryan for joining me on this edition of the SDM Show. The SDM Show is dedicated to my late father, Bruce Cairns. Dad, I miss you very much every day. My mother, Ann Cairns, who's still doing really well and is an inspiration. And of course, Tiz Maroney. And Tiz, I know I've said it, but thank you so much for all the inspiration you give me every day.